Welcome back to Las Vegas. Sorry about the outage. My PlayStation shut off with the heat. I need to start the party. Shit. Welcome back to Las Vegas. As I was saying, let's receive the sprint results on your left-hand side of the screen. Keeps 1. Bringing home the 10 points, 9 points go to Michael Wasp. 8 go to Mansell and 7 to Calvin. So it's a 3-point swing in Keith's favour. All he needs to do is win, and Calvin gets 7 to win the championship. So piles, everyone's on. Keeps on the mediums, Wasp on the hards. Mansell on the mediums, and the rest are on hard. Apart from Oliver, Shaggy, Utkarsh, Billy G, and the bottom 3, MCFC, Doran, and Reb. Wait and see on who gets the better start. Keeps coming through these final people on us now. Billy G on the top, that's interesting strategy. I'm guessing by the result of the sprint on the left-hand side, the soft side died quickly after the recent versus car on lap 5. Oh, and those two are big instances into this championship, and that is as well Calvin. So Mansell is it the favourite to jump here, and I don't know what is happening to all these drivers. They did it fine in the sprint. What are they doing? They can't park it. With Trev, final one in to his grid position now. As just wait. The lights to come on. Keeps on pole for the second race in a row. He got the sprint. He's got the feature, and it's the lights out. Now here we go, and it's a good start for Michael Wasp on the inside of Keeps. Here we go. Michael Wasp inside of Keeps into turn 1. Calvin on the inside as well. Gets the move done as it's nice and calm through the rest of the field. Cassidy down in position. Keeps up to down to P2. Calvin is looking at getting past the pair of them here. Mansell up to P2 now as well. As here comes Calvin racing. Does he go for it? Keeps round the outside. Can he get it done on Mansell? No, he can't. He's just going to keep the safe positions. Car in the wall. That's Wiggles. And that is surely a safety car. What has happened there? That is collision between two. Surely, and that is indeed the first safety car of the race. And it took 3 corners. And what happened there to Mr. Wiggles? It looks like he might have gone a little bit wide. As probably a side-by-side moment as they'll pick up the safety car. Billy G in a nice position now to pit onto the hards and maybe make it to the end of the race. Is now heading in towards, not much action on lap 1, apart from Wasp taking the lead, Mansell taking P2 from Keith, who drops down to P3, Calvin up, stays in P4, Eddie's down to P5, Cassidy moves up a single position to P6, Vic at P7, Alex P8, Shaggy P9, Oliver P10, as it looks like Vicar is entering the pit lane, as that might be damage, and that might have been a double collision and a disaster for the two. No, it was not. Thought it might have been a collision between the two Alfa Romeos, and that would have been an interesting party chat between those two as Doran onto the softs, MCFC onto the hards. Doran going for the more aggressive strategy out of everyone here, and there's a 5-second penalty for SFR Oliver as he makes contact with Shaggy, who has, was it Shaggy or was it Tajka? I think it might have been Shaggy, as he's down to P9 now. He's up a position to P10. What has happened there to SFR Oliver and OWR Shaggy? Of course, a few OWR guys this evening. It's the same as Division 1. Quite a few of them in Division 1. It's nice to see a load of people in the division. Two world-class commentators in both VB Thomas and IRT Indigo on Division 2/3 on one of the 3 divisions, and then you'll be stuck with me for the other one. So God bless you if you're listening to one of the 3 divisions next season when you've got me. So just wait for the safety car, as we wait for everyone to catch up to the safety car, and it should be in next lap as we head down the last stage of the strip. There's a nice balloon there. I'm not going to stop down the strip. I don't tend to look around when I'm racing. I usually just focus on the next corner or the next car. It's really quite a high detailed circuit this year, and we'll get stuff that pops up, if stuff pops up, that is. We'll just head down in towards that corner. Just wait now for the safety car to come in. Oliver into the pit lane to save that 5-second penalty and maybe to get rid of a front wing damage pass. Let's see what he gets done. It looks like a heavy pit lane, and that is indeed a pit lane. And what has happened to him over there? How has he gotten the damage? And he's going to need to come back here, and he's onto the hards, is SFR Oliver. They'll do him to the end of the race. It's a long pit stop for him. He comes out in plumb last of the runners, of course. The only runner we've lost being Mr. Wiggles on lap 1, turn 3. It might have been due to contact with another driver, might have been just due to a lock-up or side-by-side action through the pipe in the 90-degree corner. Oliver Hards to the end. Yes, he will be definitely Hards to the end. MCFC, I believe, will be going to the end as well. He needs to get a nice launch off of the start. Oliver on the freshest tyres of everyone. See safety car in this lap as well, by the way, as he is caught right up to the back very quickly. Michael Wasp is currently our leader under this safety car after taking it off of Keeps into turn 1. That of course unsettled Keeps' car and put him slightly wide for turn 2, which Mansell got a nice switch back through down the long straight, got it done into turn 3, as here we go, safety car in this lap. If the drivers decide to go on show, that is, should be in this lap. There we go, safety car in this lap, through turn 15, as it's now a nice long run to Michael Wasp. When does Michael Wasp decide to go? Get the telemetry on for this, we'll see exactly when he goes. He's gone now, through the final corner exactly, and he's caught out Mansell, and it's actually caught out Cassidy a little bit as well, who's having a look at Keith. As his contact as Cassidy's being spun by Alex Howell through turn 1, and Cassidy is right down to the back of the grid. Oliver up to P18, who muscles his way past SFR Doran. Michael Wasp still there in the lead, followed by Mansell and Keeps. Calvin Rayson in P4. At the minute, keeps the championship going for Silverstone. Energy down P5, followed by Shaggy in P6 and Utkarsh in P7. Where is Alex Howard? He's down to P14 after the contact with Cassidy in turn 1. As he's down to P15 now, as here goes MCFC up into the turn 6. Nice little move for the Williams there. Brave on the brakes. for MCFC. I love it. Clashes the wall a little bit there, Mark Querty. As Taz Kane into the wall, man. That could have been a huge accident for the two of them. Round the outside, he's still hanging on. Here comes Preb, he's trying to get the better exit. No, MCFC gets the better exit out of the two. Mansell gets the better exit out of Michael Wasp and retakes the lead of the race over the Alpha Tauri. And in towards turn 14, here they come, it's side by side. Which one will back out? It's going to be Wasp later on the brakes. He chucks it in, he gets the later exit. Mansell is just going to keep it clean as Keeps now even gets the better exit than the two of them as they head towards turn 17 and eventually turn 1 again on the very short start finish straight through turn 17. Keeps with the fastest lap of the race. Round the outside goes Mansell. Up the inside goes Keeps. On the switchback goes Mansell. Round goes Mansell after he's been hit by SFR Keeps. Into P2 goes SFR Keeps with a little bit of contact. That is very unlucky for Mansell, who has dropped quite a few strength there. Not a position loss for him though, as Keeps is actually losing touch with Michael Wasp and that lead of the race. Calvin Racing P4 keeps the championship at the minute. Utkarsh P6, Shaggy P7 and Billy G P8. Slightly wide through the exit there for Clusa P9 and Mad G P10. Let's see what people can get done. Pred 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Probably a little bit wide through one of those few corners. Shaggy. You can see that bump there, it unsettles a few cars. I think that's how we lost Pred in the sprint race. There's Mad G. Now speaking of there's contact between Clusa and Mad G, as Clusa has gone into the escape road, Mad G has gone further into the escape road, as those two might have made some contact earlier on, as we did not catch it on the stream. Keeps, as Mansell has now lost the position to Keeps, who is that happened a few corners ago. That was my bad. I don't know what's happening there. Mansell's struggling like mad. Calvin gets the position done as the Utkarsh into the wall, trying to go with Ventures on him, and that is P4 for Dan. He is loving the look of that, as Utkarsh will have front wing damage around this track, and that is exactly not what you want. Michael Wasp and Keeps still fighting. I wonder who got the DRS's contact between the two little rubbing tyres. DRS for Michael Wasp through turn 1 and down towards turn 3. Keeps the position for now down the strip. It will be a swap between him and Keeps though. Not undoing between the few down the back. Up to P8 and then P9 just in a world of his own. Mark Querty and P10, Oliver to P12. It's 3 wide into turn 3. Cassidy getting the move done on the two of them. Alex Howard going slightly wide with the Vicar there on the inside of the two of them. He was in the middle of a sandwich there. He got out of it fine. His contact as Clusa into the wall again as he makes contact with Doran and slightly slams him into the wall on the outside as Clusa goes round and gets it going again. Very easy to do, of course. Mark Querty down to P11 now after his brilliant start as a P10 for the Brit, and yeah, it's nice to see him doing really well this evening. Mark Querty, if there's a battle for the lead going on, it's Keeps, it's Wasp, and Wasp again has gotten the DRS. How is he getting the DRS? Shaggy gets past down, which is understandable, as there's yellow flags again. That's Clusa through turn 13. Keeps is going to be all over him into turn 1. He's going to have to get the move done now. He gets it way before turn 17. That's Dip is done, and into turn 1 they'll go. It'll be contact slight. Right, one up shift there quickly. Michael Wasp can get the better exit. Then Keeps, as he wants to get up and down this next straight, and maybe down the strip. As Keeps is still leading this race, followed by Michael Wasp and Calvin. Calvin doing well to maintain the current championship positioning. It's an 8-point swing, which means it's a 5-point championship battle at the minute. Energy down. P5. Got Mansell behind, trying to get back up to the division where he lost after a struggle out of turn 15 around this very tight and wide track. And you can see the iconic hotels, you split them through this track, and he's going to be following him very close, as we'll see what follow and pass Keith's down into turn 1. Not into turn 1, into turn 14. Keith's using some of his energy, as it's not enough. It's nowhere near going to be enough. As Wasp is going to go around the outside into turn 1. He's lifting, he's going to sit behind Upcart. Is there? Upcart to P5. Dan's still there around the outside. He's going to keep fighting it. He's got Mansell on the inside now again. It's still fighting between these three, and it is a brilliant move, as Shaggy is looking for his first podium of the season. Keeps with the fastest lap of the race, understandable considering there was a lift off from Michael Wasp. Down the strip, into turn 1 comes Shaggy. Into turn 1, not a move done. DRS will be for the next straight though for Shaggy, who gets the switch, he gets the traction on Calvin. Upcart still there. Dan losing the DRS, possibly for the strip, as Shaggy is going to look for it into turn 3. He's not, he's going to fake it. Calvin breaking a little late there as well. Light locking up the tyres. He gets it done though. Mansell up to P6. He's got Dan on the inside there, as those two still fighting through turn 7. And that is a brilliant battle going on between those two, sweeping corners. Who said Vegas cannot provide good racing? Sphere on the inside there. I wish we could get some replays on that, but we cannot, sadly. As EAF cheapskates and cannot afford it. Upcart out wide a little bit there. He might be running really low wings. Looks like Michael Wasp just saving his energy at the minute for a big push onto SFR Keeps later on in this race, lap 8 at the minute. As we just see, as there's sector 1 yellows, that's Cruiser again. Through the corner, he usually gets it done. Upcart is going for P3. He's not going to get it done, he's going to fake it. He's got some straight line speed, has that Williams. But the corner speed is just not there for him at the minute. Calvin still in front, and holding on to that podium position, and holding on to that championship fight. Upcart, P4. P3 for Calvin, P5 for Shaggy. Into the pits comes Billy G. He's our first non-safety car pitter of the race. Mansell P7. P6 for Dan. And we might see a move down into tier 3 for this P6 position. Mansell's got way more straight line speed than him. Dan, as is wide for Shaggy. There's yellow flags through sector 1. That is Doran, I believe. Yes, it is. Through Doran, through turn 2. He's gone wide. Very easy to do. And easy to spin on those softs. Of course, very old softs now. 7 laps. They can barely last 9 around the sprint. As Shaggy just trying to keep that DRS, keep in touch with Upcart, who is trying to get right past Calvin Racing here. As we'll see, a DRS has been lost for Michael Wasp. Mr. Wiggles has left the session. He is out of the race, unfortunately, of course. And there we go, Michael Wasp, no DRS. Upcart, miles of DRS, and he's got a long straight to use it. And we might see another position loss for Calvin, and we'll see Shaggy steaming towards tier 14. We'll see him steaming into the green. Not enough to get that move done though. Shaggy's 36, down P5, Calvin P4, Upcart up to P3. And that takes down Michael Wasp for the position. Keeps with the fastest lap of the race, 36.7. He's getting back in a minute, 36 points for the sprint race. What can he needs Calvin to lose a few positions as there's contact, as there's Shaggy into a wall. And that is help to Calvin, as he will only lose a few more positions. I believe now if Calvin loses P5, he will lose the championship. But he doesn't have it at the minute. He's still P4, hanging on to the back of Upcart. As Michael Wasp hanging on to the coattails of SFR Keeps, who is rapid around here. Of course, tracks and runners are always going to be quick around Las Vegas, especially with the Kings and the low speed corners with the Fiat. And no downforce circuit. There's going to be P13. There's contact into the wall again. But SFR Doran, SFR keeps his teammate, of course. It keeps down towards 10-14, has that nice comfortable gap. Calvin and Utkarsh is the battle we're all focusing on at the minute. This could have championship implications if there's any contact for Calvin. He needs to make it clean, he needs to do it quickly, and he needs to chase down Keith as Dan gets back past Mansell. And I sound like a broken record saying about Calvin, but it's true. There's not much going on up and down the field, it's just a DRS, DRS, DRS. We'll see no moves into turn 1 unless there's a little drive from Calvin. Calvin's still there, Mansell there's the dive into turn 1 that we missed. As the switchback gets done by Dan, he gets the DRS though, he will fly. It's very predictable, this track. We'll just see him now. It's turn 3. Here comes SFR Energy Dan. And there goes SFR Energy Dan. And Mansell is getting the switchback on him. Dan's on the inside, Mansell on the outside. We've seen this before. No contact between the two. They're always clean. These two, he's squeezing it right up to the wall as Energy Dan. A nice defensive move from Energy Dan there. And a nice battle going on between these two. Oliver in P7 as well. Nice to see him. After his collision under the safety car with a brilliant recovery to back to P7. Calvin Racing still there, P4, chasing down P3. And Calvin, can he get it done into turn 14? We'll see it, he's closing, he's closing up. To go for it, into turn 14, here's the braking point, no. Not enough for Calvin. Has Mansell got enough on Dan to have a go as well? No, no one's close enough yet. Mad G is definitely close enough to have a go here though, 6/10 on Marquardt. He's going to use the RS and he's going to fly past at a good 50 kilometers an hour faster than the Aston Martin. That's a good 15 kilometers there at least, and he's not even reaching top revs as Marquardt, which is quite surprising considering he runs with quite low wings a lot of the time. It does the Aston Martin, but P14 for him, a nice out for him. Utkarsh using a lot of the DRS. Billy G was the fastest lap of the race now, so it's one down in P12. Obviously, first of the pit, the drivers to pit was Billy G. Calvin, P4 still sitting behind in Division 5 this time. Championship still goes on. But if he stays P4, less of a chance heading into Silverstone of a DNF for Keiths and a win for him. Let's see some luck on Calvin's side, but it hasn't gone his way this season, and he's still in the lead of the championship though. In second place in the championship, the man from Newcastle, I should say, so he's 30. Calvin down towards turn 14, Mansell getting past with the DRS. We'll see Oliver. Where are you? Past as well. He's on much better tires than the turn front. He's much quicker than the turn front. You could actually see a close to the back of Calvin zooming up as well. Calvin's still sitting behind. He's over Devil. Not much is happening here in Vegas. Thought we'd see a bit more gambling going on, as we might see a bit more gambling going on. It's down in towards turn 14. It's going to be Mark 30 losing the minute. Down to 2:15 now for him on the day. Calvin, DRS open. Still nothing materialising for him. He needs to just keep it out of that wall. He just needs to bide his time. He doesn't want to take too much time though. That is how you get into a crash. That is how you lose the championship. But if he does rush it, that is how you get into a crash. Take it from me, I've had enough crashes this season. With enough rushes this season as well. Mansell pulling out of that DRS now of Dan. Dan's struggling through this middle sector clearly. But he will through this through that first sector. Sorry, Dan is struggling, but through this final two sectors, he will be rapid. You just see him pull in to Mansell Can you get enough on him? You can't. As Energy Dan. P6. Yellow flag, sector 1. That's Doran again. Down in P18. He's still out on those socks. As Dan loses the position to Oliver. As Oliver is closing in on his teammate, and we might see a switch between these two Hasses. And one drags the other along. There's more yellow flags through sector 2. That's MCFC going straight on into a wall. Not into a wall, straight on. As I cannot see if he's got a front wing or not. It does look like he has. He hasn't. No front wing for MCFC. Why is there no VSC for that? As Energy Dan diving into the pit lane first of the front runners. He's going to trigger some pit stops here. Cassidy jumping in too. P12 for Cass at the minute in the Red Bull. He needs to beat Mansell, of course, to get P3 in the Constructors Champion in the Drivers' Championship. But it's unlikely to happen considering he's P13 and P5 at the minute. Out of the pits, Madju comes right behind Dan on those old hards. He's just going to get pulled right out of it. Is Madju. This is yellow flags. Is that Mansell as he's spun and into the wall, and as soon as I say there's not much of a chance for Cassidy, there's into a wall goes a Haas of Mansell, and that looks like some front wing damage on him, and it also looks like he's going to lose the position when he does eventually pit, which might be the end of this lap. He might have hit the wall, and he might have actually had some contact with his own teammate. As Oliver was very close to the back of him. Not too sure though, let's see. Calvin finally getting enough on Upkarsh's yellow flags in sector 3 as Doran is retired into the pit lane. As I got excited for absolutely nothing. Thought we might have had a safety car which would have saved Mansell and saved his championship a little bit there. Into the pits comes Calvin Racing. He gets the position done. Michael Bosch for the undercut as well. Upkarsh with the undercut on the two that are on the medium. They go medium soft. At the minute, Oliver stays out. Of course, he's gone to the end. Tazken, Vicker, Billy G, and Mansell should be into the pit. There's yellow flags again. It's Cluser through sector 1. We are bound to see a safety car through, which could spice up the race entirely. Into the pit comes Mansell on those mediums. 13 lap hold. Very dead. 14 lap hold now. Let's see what he goes on to. Just going to the softs. He should be onto the softs. 10 laps to go into this race. He is onto the softs after a risky strat, considering the sprint race and how there was a bit of issues with the softs in that. Mark Querty up to P12. Cassidy still there into the line, closing down any chance. His teammate who came out ahead of him. And Calvin has actually jumped ahead of Michael Watt. And was there contact on pit exit, or was there a front wing change possibly for Michael Watt? I'm not too sure on that. But Calvin is all over the back of Alex Haig, and he needs to get into the DRS and pass him very quickly down the last Vegas strip, the famous strip, of course. And he's going to go for it even before the strip. He's going to dive down the inside, hit the curb, hit the marks. Lovely. Doesn't get the DRS. Done that all for absolutely melt, because he's now going to get re-overtaken down the Las Vegas strip. And this is where, if you're too clumsy, you kind of screw up your race. Keeps into the pit lane. Upkarsh into the pit lane. Oliver staying out on track. Tazken still there in P4 as well. Who is still as well. I was on track with Vicker. Finally entering the pits, and Billy G will be going to the end of the race. And at the minute, I believe, is in the provisional lead of the race. As Oliver comes out into the lead of the race, comes Oliver. Tazken comes out in P3, followed by who has followed Keith. As Calvin is being let through by Alex Howard. Cassidy fastest lap 36.0 now, the 10th quicker. Then Billy G, who set a 36.1 about 5 laps ago. We'll see Calvin on a push for fastest lap as he tries to re-overtake the man who had the fastest lap, Billy G, in the McLaren at the minute. We'll see a nice wide entry for Calvin, trying to get a smooth exit. Then that McLaren, and he's done it nicely, and that is a perfect move for the Geordie, and what a move it is! A triple switchback for him. Oliver finally loses the lead through the S section there, and he's going to get the DRS, so he's going to retake the lead down the strip. Here we go, Oliver. This is what we love to see. Racing at its finest. Upcars, Michael Wasp there losing that position as well. He should get past Upcars, who is of course on the softs, and I think, yeah, he might have changed the lanes. He lost a lot of time to the car in front being Calvin. As we'll see, pull out there, that's Michael Wasp on Upcars in towards turn 14. Nice move for him getting it done.